Hey guys, Psychic Shanda coming at you again with another video. This time we're going to talk about the Solar Plexus Chakra. That chakra is right here where your stomach is, where your ribs come apart. And the color for this Solar Plexus Chakra is yellow. The Solar Plexus Chakra is extremely, incredibly complex. So the notes I have on this chakra are literally almost 20 pages long. So I might split this chakra up into a part 1 and part 2 because it's kind of long. But today I decided to come to one of my favorite places, a cemetery. I love the energy in these cemeteries. They're so peaceful and I love being here. So we decided to come here to film today. But the solar plexus, like I said, it's an incredibly complex energy center. In this chakra, we work with issues ranging from self-esteem and confidence issues, all the way to codependence, fear, judgment, pain, compassion, and a host of all kinds of other feelings. But all these issues center at our ability to step fully into our personal power. So all these issues, they range around our ability to step fully and completely into our own personal power. So the environment and circumstances of childhood and young adulthood play a significant role in the psychological development of your first two chakras, the root chakra, which is literally right under you where your genitals are, and your sacral chakra, which is right below your navel. So that the young adulthood and childhood, that has a lot to do with the first two chakras. But when we reach the third chakra, we begin asserting our own will to create our lives the way we want them to be. So in the first two, it's more about your childhood, your young adulthood, and your environment. But when you get to the third chakra, when you get to the solar plexus, it really has to do with you asserting your own will to create the life that you want for yourself. So in the solar plexus, we find the strength to stand up and take a stand against something that we believe is not right or not fair. So we begin to act on our own inner urges to create our own lives. So we find the strength to stand up to what we believe is not right. We begin to find our place in the world in the solar plexus and know our purpose, and we set our goals and we make our plans for our lives and take clear and appropriate steps to move ahead in our lives. In essence, we begin to discover and employ our own personal power. So self-confidence. This chakra is the chakra of expansiveness and our self-confidence and who we are. Because of the senses of self-confidence and freedom that comes with a healthy solar plexus chakra, there's a sense of safety and security in life as well. So there is a sense of fulfillment in our emotional life that comes from our solar plexus because we are starting to feel who we really are. So when this chakra is closed, we may be overwhelmed by our emotions, or we may be emotionally distraught and we don't really understand why, and there's not really like something that happened to make us feel this way. But it's because this chakra is actually closed, and when that chakra is closed, you're not getting the energy that helps you in those aspects of your life. So the solar plexus is often referred to as the mental chakra. It's referred to the mental chakra a lot. It's the center of the body-mind, pretty much. So here in our solar plexus is where we get our gut feelings and kind of like our emotional, where you just know something is going on and you can feel it in your gut. And we all know the unsettled feeling in the pit of our stomach when all is not well. This is the solar plexus chakra sending warning signals that something is wrong and that we need to pay attention because something is just not right. So that definitely comes from our solar plexus chakra. And when that chakra is closed, it doesn't allow you to feel those feelings as well. So you might not get your intuitive thoughts and your gut feelings. But an open solar plexus chakra also facilitates the ability to integrate technology and technical information into our lives as well. This chakra is associated with industry, with intellectual activity, and mechanical concepts also. So we can look at human evolution as a climb up the ladder of the chakras. So during the Stone Age, human consciousness was focused on the first chakra, the root chakra only. The only concerns of life were survival and meeting immediate physical needs. As humanity evolved, the second chakra, there began to be an awareness of others and the establishment of family and community as well, and the desires to provide for the immediate physical needs of one another, not just the survival and physical needs of yourself. But more recently, we have moved into the technological age. So we have begun to have a much more broader awareness of the world, moving beyond the local community, beyond just ourselves, beyond our community or our country. This is more into the third chakra. So as we progress further into the 21st century, we enter the intuitive age. So centered in the heart chakra. The intuitive age is really centered in the heart chakra, and we'll be getting to the heart chakra later. But the intuitive age will be characterized by the balance of rational mind with the larger intuitive mind also, the full development of intuitive living. So let's talk about energy exchange. We exchange energy with the world around us through the solar plexus chakra. So when we feel challenged or attacked in some way, we may tend to harden or build an armor around this energy center for protection. Even just crossing your arms around your chest or your abdomen like this will block this powerful energy center. The solar plexus is our soft underbelly, our most vulnerable spot in our body, physically, as well as emotionally or mentally. If we get hit here, of course, we get the wind knocked out of us. Our animal instinct tells us to protect this spot. However, when tightening or creating an armor over this spot, we're not only keeping out negative energies, but we also cheat ourselves out of all the positive energy around us as well, because we absorb all the positive energy around us like through our solar plexus. So if we build an armor around this chakra, then we are also keeping out all the positive energy as well that we would be getting if we didn't do that. So when we close ourselves off from the world, no communication can happen, and therefore no resolution can come to any situation. So when we are comfortable in our solar plexus chakra, healthy, we can have a sense of humor about life. Healthy self-esteem and self-confidence. This all comes from having an open solar plexus chakra, and it brings out a positive sense of humor about ourselves and about others, while a blocked third chakra will tend to self-deprecating humor and like more sarcastic sense of humor kind of about the world and about other people. So work in the solar plexus chakra begins to develop our sense of compassion for others. Here we begin to experience our connectedness with one another and the roles we play in one another's lives. So we begin to experience empathy for another's situations and feelings when this chakra is open, but when it's closed, we're not able to experience any kind of emotions like that for one another. But with an open solar plexus chakra, we can constantly turn over and give voice to our inner feelings. We can begin to hear and feel the inner yearnings, pains, and sorrows of others. There's also a term called fire in the belly. Now, the solar plexus chakra holds the, quote, fire power of our lives, the necessary to change our ways, pretty much, to step into our strength and step into our personal power and ultimately speak our truth, which, of course, speaking our truth comes out of your throat chakra, but it begins in your solar plexus. When this chakra is closed, we find ourselves literally like dealing with our issues in order to get them over with and out of the way as quickly as possible. But if our solar plexus chakra is open, we really live out our issues. We work through them, and we find lasting resolutions rather than just patching them up. And the work in the solar plexus means getting to the root of the issue and not just treating a symptom and throwing it out. In the solar plexus, we encounter our moral and ethical passions and our attachments to our feelings and our beliefs. In the root chakra, we deal with physical passion. In the sacral chakra, we deal with emotional passions. But in the solar plexus, we explore our beliefs and our integrity and the passions that we feel surrounding these issues as well. In our culture, we tend to be very cut off from our passions. We are taught that the expression of any full-blown passion or feelings or emotions is not appropriate. This causes us as humans to suppress our feelings. That causes us as humans to suppress our feelings, which often leads to bitterness. And over a long period of time, if the suppressed feelings are not giving any appropriate release, the dam holding those feelings back will finally burst, leading to violence or other destructive or harmful behaviors. There's also the shadow self and attachment. And that is a big part of the solar plexus also. They call it the shadow self and attachment. It's often in the solar plexus that we begin to recognize our dark side and the shadow aspects of our personality that we don't really like. When we are willing to look honestly within, we find the ways in which we have succeeded or failed in fulfilling our dreams and goals. Unfortunately, Western society, again, and our culture is strongly built of concepts of success and failure. However, a major part of healing that occurs in the solar plexus is the realization that success and failure only have to do with your ego. The soul, your actual soul, knows nothing of success or failure. The soul only knows truth, honesty, and integrity. So in balancing this chakra, we learn to let go of our attachment of the outcome of situations, to a job or to a lover, or no longer depending on the object of our attachment to give us integrity or a reason for being. When we let go of our attachment, we experience healing because we begin finding wholeness within ourselves. And it's not the illusion of wholeness that is having a successful job or making a lot of money or things like that. We actually find our wholeness within ourselves. So in the third chakra, we address these issues of desire and need. When ego and soul are in balance, desires and healthy feelings leading us forward in our journey of development. However, when ego begins to reign, desire becomes need. As the energy becomes more and more distorted, need eventually becomes greed. So, another aspect of this issue is when need becomes neediness. This is a sign of tremendous weakness. Neediness is, unfortunately, it is a sign of tremendous weakness in a person. Not only in the solar plexus, but in the lower chakras in general. When people become needy, they tend to suck energy from everyone else around them, refusing to step firmly into their own power, their own strength and life force in order to find sustenance, and life force in order to find any kind of sustenance or power in themselves. Rather than addressing their own issues and learning to provide both the physical and emotional nurturing that they require, they seek it out in others who they want to take care of them. So let's talk about a rude awakening. The solar plexus is also where we experience rude awakenings, so they call it. Times when we suddenly realize something about ourselves or our lives or our world that shakes us all the way down to our core. Rude awakenings confront us with things that must change. They may manifest as tragedies, traumas, or full-blown catastrophes. Rude awakenings are opportunities for a shift in your perception that help us move forward in our journey and open more fully to love. So let's talk about surrendering to love. The lower three chakras, the root chakra, sacral chakra, solar plexus chakra, represent our connections to the physical world. The upper chakras are our throat chakra, third eye chakra, and our crown chakra are our connections to the spirit world. The heart chakra in the middle is the connector in between the physical and the spiritual worlds. The solar plexus has the highest vibratory rate of the physical chakras. We must work through our solar plexus issues and find the balance between soul and ego. Now, I do have another video talking about the balance between soul and ego. So if you haven't checked that out already, go ahead and check that out. It's really important for this part of your intuitive journey. So I think that is a pretty large amount of information. So let's go ahead and stop here, and in a few days I will film part 2, which is also pretty intense. So in a few days, I will go ahead and film part 2 of the solar plexus chakra. But why don't we go ahead and do a solar plexus meditation for now before we dabble into the addictions, compulsive fears, and pains and all that of the solar plexus. So we'll stop here and we'll go ahead and do a short meditation, and then on the next video we'll get in depth about the rest of the very complex nature of the solar plexus. So let's go ahead and sit with our eyes closed and take a few deep breaths. My book is falling apart. I use this book a lot. It's literally falling apart. But still my Bible. So, alright. So we're going to close our eyes, take a few deep breaths, and let's relax and get into a meditative state. So let's breathe deeply and let our bodies relax. Focus on your breath, breathing deep, inhaling and exhaling all the negative energies away from you. So concentrate on your breathing. And just let your consciousness slowly slip deeper and deeper into a nice, quiet, meditative state. So let's concentrate your breathing in the area of the solar plexus chakra, with no pause between the inhalation and the exhalation in the breathing cycle. And let's go ahead and visualize a bright yellow light moving all through this region of your body. Feel the solar plexus rain becoming warm and relaxed as you continue breathing. Concentrate on your physical feelings in this area of your body. Is there pain? Do you feel scrunched up? Do you feel warmth in this area? Concentrate on the physical feelings you have in that area. You may also experience emotions. Allow them to come to your awareness without feeling like you must do anything about them. Allow the vibrations of the color yellow to move through you, so you may experience this color through all of your senses. In order to continue facilitating your process of self-discovery as you work with the color, your breath, and the solar plexus region, begin to move through the list of trigger words below. These words I'm about to read off to you represent aspects of both an open and a closed chakra. So some of these words will have no meaning to you at all. But some may spark strong, perhaps even profound reactions in you. When you experience any reaction to a trigger word, allow yourself to remain there for a while and explore the feeling. Now, as you explore this chakra, you may find other words that you wish to add. And feel free and explore and take as much time as you need. Just concentrate on your breathing. Desire. Do you feel any emotions with the word desire? Power. Will. Security. Healing. Wholeness. Darkness. Aggression. Peace. Humor. Attraction. Manipulation. Greed. Expansiveness. Personal identity. Bitterness. Connected. Pain. Success. Self-love. Dependence. Emotionally fulfilled. Now take your time as you continue to work with whatever feelings or emotions has come into your awareness. When you're ready, slowly open your eyes, come back into the moment, and get grounded, and retire to your journal to record any impressions, thoughts, or experiences you've had. I know that meditation was really short, but it's just a midway type meditation, just so you understand the trigger words for the solar plexus chakra, and you can kind of understand the location of it and what's going on But in part 2, we will go through the rest of my notes on the solar plexus, and we'll have a lot better meditation that helps with embracing pain. So that is going to be a really good meditation. So, okay guys, well, thank you for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel to see all of the other videos like this and to help you with your intuitive and spiritual journey. Again, my name is Psychic Shanda, and I have a Facebook page if you guys want to get any readings, or if you have a loved one that you want to connect with, or a reading about yourself or anything like that, you can always get a hold of me on Psychic Shanda on Facebook and message me, or we'll set up you an appointment to get a reading or anything, whatever. And I will see you guys next time. So remember, this is Psychic Shanda saying that no matter how much your world looks like it's falling apart, it very well just might be falling into place. Thanks, guys.